Women often talk about lacking confidence. And actually, we don't learn that well because men and women signal confidence differently. Our posture, our gestures, vocal tones, the cues are not at all the same. So when someone's trying to teach you how to be confident, they're often teaching you the masculine way for confidence. And it doesn't sit right with us. It doesn't make us feel comfortable as women in our body. So let's fix that, because I want to talk to you today about feeling confident, but as a woman, something that works for you. My name is Sidhu-Robb, and I help women step into leadership, visibility, and unapologetic presence without diluting your femininity or for you to pretend to be someone you're not, like a man. So today we're going to break down male versus female confidence signals and how women can project power authentically, right? So we're often told that confidence just looks the same on everyone. I can tell when someone's confident. None of this is actually true, because most leadership and public speaking training is based on male body language. Because basically they'll tell you to speak slow but loud, have a broad stance, minimal facial expressiveness, intense, unbroken eye contact, and take up physical space. Like, I don't do any of that. And honestly, that's such crap. None of that works for women. It works for a man, because a lot of these behaviors developed in a context where dominance displays were expected and they were rewarded. So men come and they do that thing like that. I mean, come on. Like, when a woman tries to behave like that, you're just basically labeled as being aggressive or rude or intimidating or too much, or in fact, downright bitchy. This stuff does not work for us. We have to come at this in a different way. So let's be clear. I am not going to tell you to mimic male body language, because when women copy male signals, the reaction is very, very positive. Not to mention it feels awful. So what does confidence in a woman actually look like? Women's confidence uses a very different visual language. Female confidence isn't about domination. It's about having presence, groundedness, clarity, and warmth, but matched with power. So when you look at me, I'm not trying to be a guy. I'm not trying to be masculine, but I am confident because I'm confident in my skin. And that's a very different place to come from. So here's how confident women naturally signal strength, because you can then start to do this too. Sitting in a relaxed but open posture. So you're not rigid, but you're also not kind of collapsed. Really dynamic facial expressions, warmth that enhances your authority, doesn't diminish it. You're more likely to diminish your authority by going, sorry, than you are by having an expressive face. And then gestures that flow rather than stab, controlled intentional movement, voices that are calm, not aggressive, and connection over intimidation. So I'm talking with you, I'm speaking to you, but I'm talking about something that's personal. I'm not telling you have to listen to me. So this is the divine feminine in professional communication. And it's powerful because it's congruent. It's in alignment. It matches who you are. So why doesn't mimicking men actually work? Because women are socialized really differently. We communicate differently. We're also read differently. Society has different ways of judging how we're behaving to the way they would judge a man behaving. So like, if you have a man leaning back in a chair, he looks confident, in charge of everything. A woman leaning back in a chair, people will often think you're passive. A man speaking slowly can feel really authoritative. A woman speaking slowly is often interpreted as somebody being kind of unsure or weird, frankly. Men often use still hands, and it conveys dominance. But a woman talking like this the whole time looks frozen or tense or basically weird. So I don't want you to copy male mechanics, because the internal energetic state is not there. So it's going to backfire. The core of female confidence is energy first and mechanics second. So your confidence isn't something that's like a posture. It's not a stance, and it's not like a hand gesture, because that is so superficial, right? It doesn't understand who we are as women and what makes us feel good, because a lot of confidence is feeling good. The things that are expressions of confidence are not the source of a confidence. And so for you as a woman, confidence actually starts internally. It comes through your mindset, your nervous system, and your emotional regulation, because those come from your sense of worth. And your sense of worth decides whether or not you believe that you belong in this role. If your inner world is unsettled, no amount of power posing is going to save you. You're just going to look like a woman trying to act confident rather than a confident woman. We've all seen that difference, right? But once your internal energy shifts, the mechanics become a lot more natural. So here are some practical ways for you to signal confidence. They're like body language cues, right? They align with female presence and authority. Number one, grounded feet. Not wide like male power stance, just rooted, stable, strong. Like I feel stable when I'm speaking to you, right? Having an open chest and relaxed shoulders instead of up here, here. They signal ease and receptivity. Fluid intentional gestures, movement that support your words and not dominate the space. Having soft eyes, but a strong gaze. So it's not a stare down, it's a connected, focused looks that is certain and stable. And the most important thing, when as women we get stressed and nervous and anxious, our voices tend to rise. We become very up, we speak up here, and you're like, oh, you're not looking at this person and thinking, I can't even do it anymore because I have lowered consciously. I did this so much at the beginning of my career, consciously lowering my voice. But you want a voice that the more afraid and nervous and stressed you get, it comes from deeper in your body. Let your voice come from your belly. Let it be warm, rounded. Let it be steady. And also let it have rhythm. We tend to go up and down as women when we speak. We don't just speak in a monotone because like this. We don't. But I want you to sound the opposite of a rushed, high-pitched tone, which really is almost an apology for being there. Another technique is that when you're making key points, pause. Pausing is power. And women who pause own the room. And I say this to my clients all the time. I'm like, when you've made your point, sit on your hands. There's something about sitting on your hands that means you somehow can't speak. I don't know what it is. It could be my history teacher from when I was at school, but it makes a big difference. So what I want you to see is that you don't have to shrink to be liked, but you also don't have to imitate men to be taken seriously. I want you to understand that you have your own confident biology, your power language, and your own presence. Your job isn't to kind of act confident. The goal is to feel confident, and then your body will reflect that. That's feminine power. And it's something that no one can take away from you or copy. I want you to try one of these confidence cues in your next meeting and then tell me how it went. And then send this video to a woman who needs to hear about this. And if you want deeper training on feminine leadership and powerful presence, you know where to find me. Please like and subscribe if this was helpful.